Hi guys, welcome to MSK official YouTube channel. Today we are going to see about reference modification in COBOL. So how can we use this reference modification functionality to fetch data from an input field and store it in an output field as per our requirement. As per our project requirement, we are going to see how to use reference modification. So what is reference modification? As the name implies, we are going to refer some particular portion of the value from an input field and we are going to get the required output field values. Okay, so that is what called reference modification. So here I am going to just explain you with some live examples. Okay, let us go in. I'm just going to write a small program in COBOL. Okay, so I'm writing identification division and then program ID MSK official, and then I'm going to write data division to store the input and output data fields and working storage section, and then I'm going to declare individual elementary fields. So I'm going to use 77 level number. So 77 level number is used to define an individual elementary field. It is not under a group, it is an individual elementary field. So I'm going to declare S1 pick x of, I'm going to declare an alphabetic field x of 11 bytes. Okay, so I'm giving a value, this is MSK. Okay, so I have declared a field S1, I assigned a value, this is MSK. So next I'm going to declare another individual elementary field, pick x of same 11 bytes. I'm not going to assign any values since we are going to get the required values into this output field S2. Okay, so let's go to the procedure division. Okay, so here what you have to do is you have to, so what we will use the command to get the, so to move the value from one field to another field, we will use the move command, move statement. So you give move S1, which is the input field. So from S1 here we have the value as the text values, this is MSK. Okay, so now I want only the value this should be moved to the output field. So that is what my requirement now. How should we apply the reference modification logic here? So what you have to do, since S1 is the input field, you have to use an open bracket. You have to refer the exact position of that S1 field's input text value for this. So this, it starts from 1:4. So this 1:4 is nothing but the 1 is the starting position of the required text as per our requirement, and the 4 is nothing but the length of the text. So here, as I told, we need the value this to be moved to the this output field. So I am referring to the starting position, which is first position, first byte. So 1:4. 4 is nothing but THIS 4 bytes. Okay, move S1 of 1:4 to S2. Okay, then I am going to display the value S2, and then I am going to run stop run. Okay, so I got a stop run. Okay, I am going to save the program. So can we execute it? Okay, I'm clicking on execute. Okay, so here you got the value this. So this is how you will apply the reference modification. The input field is having the value, this is MSK, and the output field s2, what we plan to get the value this. So we are passing the starting position on the length of the corresponding text. It is 1:4 from the input field s1 of 1:4 to s2, and then we are displaying the value. Okay, so here I just want to tell you one important thing. Since we declared the field as x of 11, even though we moved the value of only 4 bytes to s2, what to say, the justification, right? We have left justification, right justification in COBOL. So for alphabetic and alphanumeric fields, it will be left justified. From left to right, the values will get loaded. So that means then this value, this will be located in the first 4 bytes of this x of 11. So the remaining 7 bytes will be spaces. So it's not displaying here. So it is a 11 byte field. The first 4 bytes is having this, the next 7 bytes it is having spaces. So since it's a alphabetic field, it is left justified. Okay, so what we will do, we will try another option. Okay, now what I will do, I will try to move. So I am going to move. I want now the I'm just giving randomly. Okay, let's give randomly. Starting position 5 I am giving, and then total length I am giving some 5. So 2 s2, again display s2. So I saved it. I am going to execute it. So in the first one it is coming as this, which we discussed already. The second one, if you see the starting position, I gave 5, length also 5. So it took the value from this input field. It started from this space, then is, then space, then m. 1 2 3 4 5. So space is space m. So that's what loaded in the s2 for the second time. So if you see here, the value got overridden. Okay, so the initial value, this, it has been overridden now. So it is no more there the second time when you are moving it. So how can we avoid that, right? So you can use a reference modification in the output fields also. So how can we do it? So I am here also I am giving 1:4. Okay, so let's see what it is happening, what it's doing. Okay, so I am going to execute. So now also same thing. It is in the 4 bytes. This came the second move statement. So whatever we got it the last time, the same thing came. It overridden this value, because in the second statement we didn't use the reference modification. We just give the field name s2. Since the entire field value, this has been overridden with this value. Okay, so now what I am going to do is I am going to give reference modification here also. Since in this position 1:4, I stored the value of the input first 4 bytes. Now what I am going to do is I am going to give the 5th position till 5th position till 5 bytes length. So the same thing whatever I am giving here, I am giving here also. So now I am saving it. So now I am executing it. So now if you see here, it didn't override the existing value, rather it showing it wrote the exact value what has been performed in both the move statement. In the first move statement, we moved the first 4 bytes of input field to the output fields first 4 byte. This the second time we moved the 5th, starting from 5th position till 5 bytes, that is this space is space m. Okay, we moved to this output field also from the 5th position for 5 bytes. So it came, this is m. So let us get the full value. How to get? We need to give 5:7 Since the first 4 bytes we already moved, the total length is 11 bytes. The input field length is 11 bytes. We already moved 4 bytes. The remaining is 7. So the starting position from 5, the length 7. I am going to move it. So now I am saving it. I am going to execute it. Now you will get this is MSK in the second display. See it? Got it, guys? So this is the value, and this is the trick we have to play with this reference modification. You can just try it out with different options, try to explore it with different execution, different model, different examples. You can able to easily understand. It is one of the important thing in COBOL, and I can also explain you with any array model also. Okay, I'm going to declare one array. Okay, t1 3 t2 occurs 3 times, and then 5 t3 pick x of 3. So this is the value. So okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to move the value s1. Since we declare the table, table is a 3 occurrence 3-dimensional table with one field which is having x of 3 bytes length. So I'm going to move the last 3 bytes of the input field starting from 8th position till 3 bytes length to t3, and then display t3. So will this work? Any guess? Okay, let's run. It won't work. So since we are declared it in a 3-dimensional table which is having 3 occurrence, and each occurrence is holding 3 bytes of length value, it is telling t3 requires one subscript. So here comes the concept of subscript and index. So what you have to do, you have to give either t3 of 1. Okay, I saved. So what it will do, it will move the input field last 3 bytes of value to the first occurrence of this table. Okay, so now this code will work. Do you think this code will work? No, it won't work. Since we modified or we mentioned the subscript over here, you have to mention the subscript here also, otherwise it won't display. Okay, let us try it. I'm executing it. See, in COBOL statement line 16 it is throwing error. Okay, so here also you need to mention the subscript. So we are moved to the first position. I'm giving the first one. So now it will display MSK. Oh, what happened? Okay, you got it. What happened? I'm sorry. Since I mentioned it from the starting from the 8th position, 8, 9, 10. So space M, yes, it came. So now I'm going to change it as 9, starting from the 9th position. Now we will get MSK exactly. Got it, guys? Now we got MSK. So if you give, we are moving the value to the first subscript. If you are going to display the second subscript, it won't display value, it will display spaces. So you have to be very careful in writing the code. Okay, you have to, in subscript or index, it should be very careful with the reference of the occurs value, the array value. Okay, so this is one of the option. So you have to give the same array value to which you move the value from the input field. Okay, now you got it. So this is how you need to use the reference modification logic to move the required output from the input field to the output field. So in the first move statement, we saw an example of moving earlier we saw directly we're moving the value. So at that time, when you are moving some another value again, second time the value will get overridden. So we are just using the exact 11 bytes to store the first 4 bytes with one value, and then the next 7 bytes with another value. So altogether it will get the 11 bytes value. Then we saw an example of how to move the value from an input field using reference modification to a array table structure. Okay guys, so please like and share and subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you understood this concept clearly, please post your valuable comments in our YouTube channel box, so that it will be a motivating factor to make me to post more videos and more live examples, which will make you to understand the COBOL, all the COBOL syntax and its functionality very easily. I hope you understood it, the concept of reference modification now very easily. So please try to practice with the different examples. It will help you to become an expert in each and every functionality in COBOL. Thank you guys. Let us see in the next video class. Bye.